feeling like Crash Unleashed. One time for the sickos, I'm all elite with the game from the get-go. Ain't full of no stardust, I'm a real nightmare, bruh. You can meet me at the crossroads. Business is booming, I feel like the Hearst Syndicate, and they tell me don't hurt anybody. I'm way too fly like Kevin, I could do this all night. Step back, it's a private party, I'm more dirty than dumb with the way I live. No saint like Ricky with the vibes I give. Looking at my watch, it's about that time. When I hit them with the toodles, it's a lot like Tiff. Might as well call me Tony, they don't even know that I'm timeless. AJ Francis, all I really know is first class. $1 million man, too priceless, you ain't even over. Shout out to my dogs like Bron, baby, I'm a limit breaker. You are just a death rider, can't rest in peace. I saved that for the Undertaker. Proceed with caution, but you ain't Naomi. Can't book the team, your name must be Tony. IWC say you got to go. I like Jermaine and Crash running, let's start the show. Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids, too sweet sign for the click. Gotta give the people what they want. Gotta get eradicate quick. Yeah, I'm like Seth with the outfits. Coming in hot too live on your outlets. Running these streets like the prophets. Thank God for the new day, can't stop it. Jay Uso with the yeet. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag like Javon on the young OG. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Crash Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Wrestling Leads podcast. This is episode 156 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me as always is my guy. It is the original duo up in the building. He is none other than the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, as well as the Prince of Mayhem of the music genre. He is none other than Highlight Real. What's good with your brother?
Hey, what's coming on, people? What's going on? What's going on? It is so great to be in the building. A little later start than usual, but we got our reasons on that, man. So
hey, man,
we're making it work.
We are here to talk about all the good stuff. So hey, we start at 9:30. We're not going back to the 10 p.m. Y'all. We're not doing that because we typically talk for a good amount of time, and by the time I look up, it'd be about midnight, and yeah, we're pushing it at that point. We ain't got that much to talk about at that point. But
big facts, dog. Big facts.
But yeah, we are here as always. Hey man, it is always a good day to be here on a Tuesday. So whatever, like I said at the top of every episode, whatever we say can and will be used against us in the court of law, but we don't really give a fuck. So hey.
Oh yes.
Hey, so that might be a shirt. Well, it'll be censored though. It'll be like, but you
can't. How many shirts is that now?
Can be what we say will be used against us in the court of law, but we don't care.
Brother, how many shirts you got under the Gresh tree now? Because you've been making them since time.
Three. Honestly, believe it or not, I think I retired a couple because I kept like juggling with it. But if I go to the Teesprings, if you guys haven't checked out the spring merch, make sure what y'all waiting on. But I believe we have 3 official shirts.
Okay.
Under the Gresh umbrella. I still remember my brother stole my Black AF shirt that I did back in the day. But yeah, if you go on, I think we tried to do the both of them at one point, but
oh yeah,
that was kind of stupid in retrospect. So I discontinued it. It's still listed on the spring shop, but now right now we just got the OG Eat Sleep Flex and Repeat logo and flex on them. So
okay.
Those are the only 2 that we got. We should at some point create new merch for 2026. I think we released those 2024.
Yeah, it's been a minute, dog. That's what I said. Those been on OG. Like when you say OG, that's OG, bro.
OG.
Like that's when we first created the theme song. OG, like that's crazy. Like
that's long because like if you go to greshapparel.creators.spring.com, it shows you. But yeah, everything is it's literally just the OG stuff. So hey,
sweet.
Hey, we might throw something. I don't know what saying we should say because the Eat Sleep Flex and Repeat kind of goes with the whole gym and us being locked in on our health.
For sure. Absolutely.
That's fine. But anything else, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
But for those of you who probably don't know at this point in time, or if you missed at the top of the broadcast, Jermaine the Giant is still a part of the familia, but his work schedule just switched up. So majority of his nights he won't be here. But when he's off, he'll likely try his best to slide through. Knowing him, he will slide through on his off days,
Sure.
But yeah, he switched to nights. So typically, it's back to the OG duo for the foreseeable future, and until he slides through, and then it'll be the trio. But it's still plugging the Giant up in here. Like that's not going nowhere. The intro is not changing. He's still part of the show. But hey, man.
Big 3
Congrats,
baby.
to the big homie for basically making sure his finances is straight. Because one thing about us over here, and it's like, yo, go get your bread. Like if we gotta pivot, if we gotta change days, we can make that junk happen. Because the way that my schedule's set up, I can make any day my off day.
Come on, flex on with that one, dog. That's what I'm talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, we got to switch to Wednesdays. Okay, we can switch to Wednesday. We got to switch to Sundays. Okay, we can switch to Sundays. But Tuesdays is a sweet spot so far, because I feel like we're in the middle of, we're in the middle. We're fresh off of Raw. We had SmackDown. Nobody really gives a fuck about Collision, and pretty much everything else. And then we got a little chance to talk about AEW and preview tomorrow. So, where you want to start today, brother?
Ooh, good question. Man, let's go into AEW, man. I think it's rare we get to start off with them. I'm gonna start with AEW a little bit.
Like the notes are kind of light on the AEW side, so I guess we could just right off rip. Who killed Toni Storm?
Okay. After careful consideration of this, and I've taken some time, I'm convinced it was Mina that did it.
Mina Shirakawa?
Yeah, sweet Mina, man. Think about it now. She was friends with another person first. And even though that person ain't in that company no more, who's to say? Because when you really look at that scene, I'm like, Luther's outside the door and he's freaking out. Renee opens the door. Who's there? Mina Shirakawa, crying and freaking out. And of course, she runs to the camera. And she's like, whoever did this, you're going to pay. Da-da-da-da-da. That's usually what a suspect would say. Wrestling 101, we've seen this happen a lot of times before. As a matter of fact, did Naomi also say this about Jade at one point?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, The Rock, well, not The Rock exactly, but, with the whole culprit.
I'm seeing speculation. They like, she's injured. She may be pregnant. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know these people personally, so I'm not finna say, oh, she's pregnant. We don't know. Unless they flat out say, and knowing Toni Storm and knowing Juice Robinson, they do not reveal their private. We probably wouldn't even know that they was married until I think Juice accidentally posted on Twitter or some shit.
Hey, and who knows? She might just have a big time movie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you never know.
I doubt that part. And it's not no shade or disrespect. It's just like, nah.
Okay, all right. It was worth a try.
But if she's injured, well, which is if she's with child, I'm not finna, like, one thing about us as men in this space, we will never, ever say, hey, this person is pregnant, because that's doesn't that feel weird to say? It's like, especially with somebody we don't know. It's one thing to say about our significant others, like, hey, with child, or somebody we know personally, but we don't know these people.
Sometimes it feels like a sign of respect, because life is precious, as we know, and a lot of times we assume the best for someone more so than the worst. Because my only thought was, if it wasn't that, I just assume like, hey, maybe it was just personal reasons, like a death in the family or something, but you never know. That's a lot of time for a death in the family, though. So it's like, so it could be a pregnancy situation. Naomi did have a similar report back when it happened with her, but obviously, they let her officially announce that. So hopefully Storm gets to do the same thing if she chooses.
They could. If she's dead, they can have her report from the afterlife. Like, I'm dead, but I am with child. I will see you soon.
She would do some stuff like that. Knowing her, when she come back, she gonna come straight up out of a coffin like the Undertaker too. God dang, watch.
Y'all mentioned kids. Is Ruby Soho retired?
Bro, I've been wondering the same thing. Cause I'm like, I know it take time to come back from that, and you never want to.
It's been over a year, right? It's been like almost 2 years, right?
Yeah, because we even saw her husband, I guess.
Yeah, he came back like
randomly.
I think almost 9 months after she gave birth.
Yeah. That's why I was like, and I figured when we saw him, I figured that meant, okay, surely Ruby Soho can't be too far behind.
I think they opened a coffee shop or some type of shop where they live, and she's been managing that, I guess. It's like the speculation is interesting because on one hand it's like you're curious, and on the other hand it's like it's none of our damn business. So it's like it's a toss up. So,
wrestlers
but
are gonna share their stories anyway. Like anytime there's a situation like that, let something happen, they're gonna share their story if they feel they want to. You know?
Right.
So,
and for all we know, back to Toni Storm, she probably just want time off. She's probably like she's like sometimes you just like hey, we got I need to go. Like I'm physically beat up. Who knows? But hey, if it is, like I said, if it is a pregnancy, congratulations. If it isn't, well wishes to a speedy recovery and see you in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Because for her to be out this early, it's like, ooh. But if she's going to be out for the year, what are your thoughts, your stance on the gimmick that is Timeless Toni Storm? Because I've been seeing some people feel like that the gimmick has ran its course, and I've seen some people who feel like it still had some juice in it. So if we're not going to see it for the rest of the year, how would you grade the character of Timeless Toni Storm up until this point?
Up until this point, I give it a solid. Honestly, I give it about a solid B+, A- borderline. Because I mean, match wise, she's always managed to deliver with any opponent that she's had with said character. Because we know that Toni Storm, the wrestler, is freaking awesome. Right. And the character only elevated her even more because, as we know, hey, sometimes you need a little character juice, right? So I think she carried a lot of what she needed to carry for as long as she did. And this, if this is like what you say, maybe in suggestion, maybe this is just needing time off. Hey, just like Mercedes taking her time off, even though she's technically still wrestling because of the belts that she's dropping.
Sure.
She took her time off from AEW television because she was doing what she was doing nonstop, match after match. So, hey, man, more power to her. I think the character is good. And if she comes back with the same character or if she chooses to switch it up, I'm cool with either or. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad at either option.
Thanks. I would give it definitely a solid A-. I like, even to this day, I feel like her work with Mariah May, now Blake Monroe in NXT, was definitely some of her best work, especially when she lost the title, came back as rookie Toni Storm, and then snapped back into Timeless. And because I know it was at one point, a lot of people was like, Timeless was more of a heel. How would she fare as a babyface? But now that she's a babyface, I feel like she hit it right out of the park because it's like that type of character. And it's a testament to the talent that is Toni Storm, because you can easily struggle and not fit, like, because there are a lot of characters out here that is fit only to be a heel.
That's true.
So it's like for her to take that gimmick and flip it on his head and continue to evolve and to continue to the innuendos that pop me, because it lets me know that I'm still childish at heart. No matter how much I work and work out, I'm still a goofy dude at heart. So most of her innuendos and her breaking like sexual innuendos was kind of like, I see what you did there.
Man, come on.
So I definitely feel like she definitely hit the nail in the park. When she comes back, will she have a new character? Will she try to evolve the character? Only time will tell. So, hey, all power to her. But yeah, I feel like that was definitely a solid grade for this character that is Toni Storm. So hey. But speaking of Mercedes Moné, she's down to 3 belts now.
3-belt Moné. Getting closer to the big one. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Now, technically, is the Owen belt counted in that?
They still count it for some reason, but I don't count it because it's a tournament. Unless she returns for the tournament and then
loses. Yeah, that's
that
probably what
only
will
makes
happen.
sense.
They're probably going to save that belt for last just for that. And that's when the crash out officially begins. Mark my words. That's probably what happens.
True. I wouldn't be against it. But nah, she basically shut everybody up who was talking about, oh, she's winning these belts for no reason. It's like, you're talking about it. So there's a reason.
Big reason.
Because all the haters got quiet, or the people or the naysayers finally switched up and accepted what she was doing. So
as they should. Yeah, fickle fans.
Of course, that's their MO.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Did you have any? I know we talked about it on Thursdays with Public Enemies. Make sure you guys tap in with that. Did you have any opinion on the Ricochet shit?
Oh yeah, that.
Because I saw that in the notes.
I'm about to say I saw that situation. Because at first I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know what you guys, because I don't really get on Twitter. So like, lo and behold, I just happened to look at one of JD's shorts because I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. Heard him give his opinions, and more so was just paying attention to what the details of it was, more so than his opinion. And to me, that's just a prime example of, you know how they say, how am I trying
got too much dip on your chip?
Yeah, like knowing there's a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and a place to be a heel and to just be Ricochet, the person. Trevor. Yeah, there we go. Trevor. You should have been Trevor in that moment, my guy. Like, don't, I believe I heard you or somebody from Public Enemies talk about the fact, like, hey, yeah, it was you, I believe, that said it, where you were like, hey, you could have said, hey, why don't you try?
I was like, hey, why don't you try? Because it's like, you think I'm not acting. I feel like that the saying you're a bad actor is like, hey, why don't you try and film? Like, why don't you set up a camera, film yourself, and you try, and let's go bar for bar. I feel like that would be the more sensible way to say it.
Yeah, because even an old school heel would have had enough sense to do that. Like, if social media existed back then, they would have had enough sense to do something, say it in that way that wouldn't have been as it was, And it's like, sometimes it's like, brother, what were you really thinking? And then it's the follow-up tweet from me that you really crashed out on, where I'm like, all right, dog.
He doubled down, basically.
Yeah, that made it worse. I'm like, you really, as Ebro would say, congratulations, you played yourself. Like, that was one of those moments. You played yourself right there, dog. Like, and I feel bad for Samantha, because I'm just like, man, yo, you bringing her into this. Y'all an image of each other, dog. So when you doing this, that gonna come at her, and now she gotta, it's like, bruh.
One thing I've noticed, a lot of people, they always have smoke for people's significant other, as opposed to the person who's guilty.
And it's wild, and it's like, because, well, in a way, because maybe I'm saying this is someone that's going to be married in like 8 months, but it's more like, in a way, you really are a reflection of your significant other, even though y'all might be two different people. Y'all are joined as one. So the thing about it is, it's like, if you suffer, I'm suffering because I'm married to you. And if people think this way about you, now they're thinking that I am associated that way because I am married to you. So it's like it really kind of sucks for her that this is happening for him. And then I'm hearing the situations getting weirder with the whole Chris Hero thing. And
he basically was like, yo, he basically hit him up, was like, yo, that's not a good look.
Yeah. And I'm like,
bro. And it's like, I can speak on it a little bit, because as someone who has a spiritual aunt who grew up, growing up, she has MS. So I kind of like like I've seen it in action. So it's like to where, because in her case, she has MS, but growing up, whenever she like was dancing, she felt normal. That's the fascinating and strange thing about MS. Is like your body reacts differently to a lot of things. And in her case, when she was dancing for church, that's when her body was just normal. But then once the song was over, she had to get back on her game.
Wow, man.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I was like, when it's stuff like that, I just prefer people just don't touch it. If you see it, do your research. And if you didn't, he probably did. That wouldn't surprise me. He probably did. He probably didn't even know what MS meant.
That's the only thing I could think of. And I would never try to defend the dude. I mean, in that way. I mean, you're a grown man. You know, you know what you say.
Google is free. So
exactly. But the Google is free. So it's really still no excuse even with that. But it must have been that kind of case for you to say that. But in the words of Skip Bayless, y'all remember that guy, as he used to always say. Not that I know of, but I just say this because he used to say it. It was his tagline back in the day for a lot of athletes, you know, especially in Twitter's prime. He would be like, "Don't hit send." You know, a lot of times that's what you got to tell yourself, brother. Like, don't hit send when it comes to these type of things, brother.
Like I said the other day, if I would have hit send on a lot of stuff that was in my drafts, boy, they would nuke all of my social media accounts.
Bruh, you and me both, G.
I'm a master at, like, I will type something out as a response. I will sit there. I will process what I said. That's mean. That's stupid. That's a waste of time. Delete. And I'm 31. There's people older than me who don't even have that sense of common sense. So
type.
They just they Twitter fingers. They like to embarrass themselves on social media. They like to get their significant others embarrassed on social media. It's just, honestly, nigga, log off.
Yeah, no, for real.
Clock in or go eat lunch. Go cook dinner. Go take a shower. Like, just log off. Like, I don't get it. Because if you're catching yourself after a certain period of time just talking, going back and forth, to practically avoid, because most of these niggas are strangers online, then it's time for some self-evaluation.
Agreed, bro. Agreed. So, I don't know. With him, it'll be interesting to see if they do have him on TV anytime soon. Right now, after all this, it'll be very...
I guess we'll see on tomorrow. Like, if he pops up on AEW, then you know, okay, it's smooth over. But if you don't see him anytime soon, oh boy,
you know. But I agree with you, Jermaine. That's the perfect tagline. When healing it up goes wrong.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, drink a Coke and smile and shut the fuck up.
Ain't that the truth?
Word to Eddie Murphy.
Come on, boy.
Speaking of hesitating on clicking, I guess the last little, not last little tidbit before, or next main topic before we get on with the main shows of wrestling. Tama Tonga got fined for his social media.
I heard about this.
He basically posted a video or something for his from his Meta glasses of rehearsals, and they fined him. I think, according to Fightful Select, I think they fined him like 5 figures.
Jeez Louise.
But I'm like, don't y'all have Unreal?
Exactly.
That does the exact same. Oh, I get it. Y'all not making direct money off of it. So that's why you're mad. I get it. Because they like, yo, we're breaking the fourth wall on Netflix, but at least we're getting paid for it. You're getting paid for breaking the fourth wall. So we're going to fine you to get our money back.
Oh, boy.
Cool.
That reminds me so much of that time Vince McMahon banned all Twitter streamers. Or like streamers, you know, video games, when they found out, like, oh, you guys are making money off of this. Oh,
you talking about the where they would basically like they basically made everybody all the wrestlers not get on Twitch.
Yeah, it was like every wrestler that had a Twitch and made their own like extra living off of streaming on Twitch, and like, I guess Vince, who was so out of touch, finds out like, Twitch, what is this Twitch thing? Oh, they're
Which
making
is
money
funny,
off of this?
which was funny because he, in the same breath, approved up, up, down, down.
Exactly.
Everything is always a hypocrisy when it comes to that. You don't want the wrestlers to make money off of Twitch, but you approve up, up, down, down. Shout out to Woods and them. And then you don't want Tama Tonga to post rehearsals, yet you allow Raquel Rodriguez to post her version of Meta. But even though, in her defense, it was during the show, so no rehearsals was being recorded. But yet you have Unreal. You see the disconnect here?
Man, hey, bro, it kind of reminds. I was watching Undercover Brother on YouTube, and it made me think of a Conspiracy Brother, and it's just like, and then Eddie Griffin's like, brother, can I get a list of the words that trigger these fits? And it's like, hey, can we get a list of the stuff that we just can't do at this point? Because I'm confused. Like, if y'all doing it, why we can't do it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay.
And then I think I read somewhere that was like, it's an unwritten rule. Motherfucker, how am I supposed to know if it's unwritten? You got to tell me.
Exactly, man.
I'm supposed to, we're mind readers now. I'm supposed to read your mind to know that this is banned. Leave me alone. Leave me
Poor
alone.
guy. Ain't no winner.
But hey, man, that was what it was. But on a brighter note, Psycho Sid is going into the Hall of Fame.
And apparently so is a certain basketball player.
Dennis Rodman.
Now the Psycho Sid one, I found that's new to me because I didn't even see
It just announced it today. So he's going in the legacy class. It's like a legacy. What? He's still an inductee, but they're giving him the legacy, I guess, the legacy class. I never understood the legacy. I'm like, just give them a straight up Hall of Fame induction, but whatever.
Yeah, that's interesting. But okay. I mean, congrats. Being from Memphis, Psycho Sid is definitely a major underground legend out of there before, as he was making his way up, gets at WWE and WCW, he was one of those, OGs down there in the Memphis wrestling scene. So always salute to him for that. And then, man, finding out about Rodman was so hilarious because I was like, the irony of this, because there is no more, after Terry, you're like, gee, what a way to induct somebody now of this nature that rocked with Terry back then,
he gonna talk about Terry when it's time during his speech.
Yeah, he definitely is. Like he gonna do something. I'm actually more intrigued now off of what the heck his speech will be at this point now, because Rodman gonna do some crazy stuff.
Does he? I haven't heard, but like, is he of sound body and mind? Because I haven't really heard about him in years.
I mean, let me see.
Or is he loopy as usual?
Look, he's a little bit of both. Like he's still kind of loopy, but he's still kind of like sound minded a little bit.
Okay.
Rodman gonna be Rodman. That's the best way I could put it. But he was in the Last Dance documentary that, we remember from like the 2020 era, with, I think that was 2020 if I'm not mistaken, but, he was in that. And then of course there was the stuff with, I think Kim Jong or something like that. And
yeah.
So,
yeah, Rodman has always been a polarizing individual. So, hey man, but nevertheless, brother is in the Hall of Fame. Another brother's in the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to both. So that's going down on April 17th during Mania week. I'm not gonna watch it live because it's gonna come on at midnight. I'm gonna be knocked out.
Yeah, me too. If I'm awake, maybe, but I'm likely gonna be knocked out, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I had to mute myself for a second because we had a plane fly over. I'm near base.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know all about that, dog.
So yeah, I was like, I'm hearing that. I already know. Believe it or not, you don't really hear it in the microphone, but as a precaution, I just do it.
Just to do it. Yeah, I'm about to say I barely heard that thing, man. It was all good.
All right. But yeah, man. I don't know. Something just got in my eye. But speaking of things getting in the eye, I guess we could start with SmackDown. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre out here going crazy.
Oh my Lord. Hey man, how many times people gonna run and ram into Jacob Fatu with a car though? Tell me that.
Is that the second time this happened?
That's the second time, because remember Solo and them did the same thing to this dude not that long ago. And I'm like, why always is this just the way you think you could stop this wild dude or something? Like, you know what? Let's just ram a car into him. You know, that'll weaken the werewolf, you know. It seems like that just makes him more crazy. Actually.
Yeah. Anybody who tastes their blood.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So
see red. And I'm like,
he's wearing red, so it makes sense.
I'm glad he just got that get back though, because at first I was nervous. You know, I just like Solid Monster said, I was nervous at first too, because I'm like, hold up, this how we kicking it off with Drew just beating up on Jacob for real? Like for real? I'm like, man.
They spent 3 hours brawling, literally. 3 whole hours.
I like that though. That's a cool trope. Like it told the story through the show, and I can admire that, bro. I can appreciate that. Like they did their thing to carry it on and be like, hey, remember us? Yeah, we still beefing over here. You know.
And they end the show dying.
What did they land on exactly? We'll never know. They just,
they shot this like a video game, bro. They were like, no, don't do it. Get some help. I'm like, bro, I know it's crash pads over there. They're fine. They're going to sell it next week. But to actually believe in the story that they're telling, this cannot be a regular match at this point. It got to be like a last man standing.
Yeah, it's gonna be some heavy step like street fight. Could be an I Quit match. Think about it now. I mean, Drew did quit
twice.
You know? Twice, exactly. Who's to say? You know what, Drew? I can see Nick Aldis now. You know what, Drew? Since you want to quit so much, you know, let's see what happens if you guys have an I Quit match or something like that. Crowd pops, goes crazy, you know.
I Quit match at WrestleMania SmackDown.
Oh no!
I'm bullshitting. I'm bullshitting. WrestleMania. WrestleMania. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after that, I had a blast watching that, and I'm just glad. I'm glad this is kind of shutting everybody up who's like bitching about, you took the title off Drew. Listen, Drew wasn't in the plans. They literally put the title on him because they didn't want him to come off as a loser, even though he was. But they didn't want him to come off as a loser with that 3 stages of hell. They had to get the title off Cody a little bit. I'm just gonna be real. They needed him in the Rumble match and they needed him in the Chamber, and they just put the title back on him so they could feud with Randy Orton. So, hey, I'm cool with it. I'm glad that we're getting some type of like, hey, everybody's just, this WrestleMania season is literally chaos is winning and everybody is embracing negativity.
Yes. Plus, I don't mind the short reigns. The Attitude Era had them all the time. They hot potatoed. Some had lengthy ones.
We're not going to act like we didn't just sit through a 3-year Roman Reigns title reign.
Exactly. We don't
like y'all will be fine.
Exactly. Like for real. Dom, I don't know how long his IC title reign was, but hey, it's ended. We on the Penta. Let's see how long he keeps it. I mean, have to be super long.
He lost it to John and then won it back, and that was shorter. So he won it at WrestleMania last year.
That's true. I remember
and then he held it all the way up until I guess you could say November.
Yeah, because he won it back in Survivor Series
in that November. So I think the end of October, November. So he held it for a couple of months, almost 9 months, and then lost it, and then got it back, and then lost it again.
Yeah, so I'm cool with it. I mean, I don't recall anybody having even Punk's title run hasn't felt like super long, you know. So if it was the end, I'm not mad at it if it ended at Mania, and I'm not mad at it if it ends at Backlash, whatever, you know.
However you want to end it, as long as it ends. And it makes sense. I'm saying as long as it ends, it makes sense. Like don't just have it. Sense. Don't just keep the title on someone just to keep the title on it. So
true that.
And speaking of Cody and Randy Orton, he got a promo and the crowd was just not about the Buddhas, man.
It's given 2001, 2002 Stone Cold Steve Austin. When they tried that heel run on him and it just didn't work. And it's like, crowd still loved Austin. It's Randy, man. They love Randy.
And that's why I said, like, that's why I put out that tweet on Friday. I was like, it has nothing to do with Cody. It's just like no one is going to boo Randy Orton at this stage in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Especially when we talk, you think about how many viral ninjas out there talk about 2009 Randy Orton, bro. Like, they've been waiting on that Savage Orton for a while now. Like, they want that.
Yeah. So, I'm like, at this point, Randy Orton can punt Pharaoh and he will still get cheered.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're the dog lovers, then you're not going to cheer. You're going to probably call animal rights on WWE and try to get Randy canceled. Don't get the dog. Never mind.
Well, no. You could get a fake stuffed dog and kind of edit it like it's actually Pharaoh,
or just have Randy kick. Like have Pharaoh in the shot, pan up, have Randy kick, and just have like a dog sound effect.
Yeah, exactly. It's so like, corny, but it works. You know what I'm saying? Like it works, bro.
It's ways around, and then at the end of the episode, you know how they like the speed talk, ladies and gentlemen. What you saw was not any or represent whatever WWE stands for. No animals was harmed in the kicking of this segment.
Exactly.
Beep.
Point blank. Period. There you go, and it works.
I need to work on my talking fast because I was struggling right there.
It's all good, my brother. It's late too. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
that's my next assignment to like, hey, practice on talking fast and making sense, because that segment would have that little rendition would have made a lot more sense if you wasn't exhausted.
Like, huh? Ooh.
Like, what did you say, nigga?
Oh,
but nah, it's good. And then we had sticking it to Randy Orton. We had for some reason we still seeing Jelly Roll a lot, so we had him talking to Jelly Roll backstage.
Okay, that yeah, I don't know what made them think Jelly Roll was just this connecting piece to a story, and then to give him his own little story. Yeah, I don't know, man. You don't need the Jelly Roll for this. You really don't. I respect the fact that he's like using his real life self to tell him like, hey, I know the real Randy. Hey, man, you ain't got to give into the darkness. You're not that guy anymore. That's not you anymore. I don't know that guy. That's just asking for Jelly Roll to get punted is the way I see it. And I hope
he do. I hope he kick him right back into going and make music.
Yeah. Kind of like that time Kevin Owens powerbombed MGK off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something like that.
Listen, Ray got a point in the chat. They teamed once and they lost. So where's the emotional connection there? Randy should be like, bro, you got pinned. You a loser, my dog. Get out of my face.
Exactly.
Talking about this isn't you. You don't know me.
Yeah.
I only known you for like 6 months.
Yeah. And could have been like, bruh, I'm a 14-time world champion. How many titles have you won? You've been in one match that you lost.
That you took the pin.
And you're going to try to tell me about the voices in my head and how to win a championship and what guy.
They counsel me because they understand me.
Come on.
But
man.
you don't. You want to judge me? You want to judge me?
Oh boy.
But all that was a ruse because he basically called Matt Cardona a mark-ass stooge.
Yeah,
and an indie nerd.
Action figures. Go play with your little action figures. I'm like, oh my gosh.
He's like, go play with your action figures. But he's like, bro, I am a 14-time world champion. My belts are real. You got replicas on your wall.
Ouch.
That's basically what he was saying. He's like, bro, you got replicas.
Ow.
Go play with your toys.
Ow.
You a grown man playing with dolls.
I mean,
this big business shit.
I mean, facts are facts. They are facts.
You indie nerd. You want to be the death match king and all that mumbo jumbo. You want to bleed for a hot dog and a handshake. Man, get out my face, you mark ass stooge, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. All the
Well,
above.
the way that tan set up, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody confused him as a nigga because the tans are crazy. But
Dirty.
He feigned like, oh my God, I'm a good guy. And then he was like, man, get out my face. Kicked him in the balls. RKO. He did the OG version of the cutter, by the way. He did like the diamond cutter.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, okay, Randy. I said, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like, hey, man. Yeah, it's always somebody you got to beat up and destroy, on top of the person that you took out that you're feuding with. And I wonder,
it probably helps the fact that they're actually friends too.
Yeah, it really does. Shoot, how many other Cody friends we got out of there? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else can we get? This is why I wish Dustin was back with WWE just for a little moment,
and get punted right back to AEW.
More than likely, or he can
punt that man right back to thinking he Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, or he can get electrocuted again and either or.
That nigga be glitching.
Yeah. Hey man, credit to him for the fact that he was able to do that in character the way he did. I'm like, man, I'm like, whoa, hey. I thought
small penis. I was like, bro, what?
I was like, dang, Dustin, you took that role with a little too good, my boy. I'm like, you had me think you were really electrocuted. I'm like, dang. Sheesh.
But man, and you know how this is why I made earlier. Like, Randy's supposed to be the heel. He broke this man's arm, and the crowd was chanting one more time. Like, bro, at this point,
if there was ever a reason, well, I don't know if anybody cares if Matt Cardona does it, but it's very reminiscent of Mick Foley that time when he decided to turn on the crowd because he was beat up very badly and carried on a stretcher, and those fickle fans started chanting Austin's name, and he gets like freaking spazzes out on the crowd talking about, I'm on a stretcher and you want to chant Austin's name, and it made him, like low-key turn heel. I'm like, hey, there's ever a reason to turn on the crowd. That's it. Because the crowd is the real heels. That's all I'm saying.
But then again, it is Matt Cardona, so it's like,
exactly. That's why I say if it's anybody but him,
because brother, points were made. You are a mark ass stooge.
Damn! What a sound effect when you need it, bro. Hey, hit the gun. Hit the gun. This nigga here. Give him the gun.
But you know how we talking about negativity and chaos?
For sure.
I feel the opposite when Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill are in the ring.
This one wasn't as bad. Their verbal exchange, I actually felt a little bit more on this one. A little bit more. I was like, okay, that almost kind of reminisces the little Twitter beef a little bit. That it felt shoot-ish, I
saw a tweet where someone was like, this is a case of like the school teacher forcing two kids to be together and you just don't want to be there. They're just here. They're basically there so they don't get fined.
Yeah. I know. Well, I feel like that's the title of the episode at this point. But nah, I mean, for real, like you wouldn't be wrong because maybe they just really don't gel with each other like that for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can just feel it though. I think it's just, and it could just be me, but that's what I feel. I'm like, they don't feel like they rock with each other like that.
The match will definitely let us know, and that's what makes me more intrigued about this now, because Rhea Ripley don't typically have a lot of bad matches. And I'm like, if this match ends up sucking, especially on WrestleMania, because WrestleMania Rhea specifically, I don't recall any of her Mania matches being bad.
Right.
So if this ends up being the worst one of them all, of all time. And think about that bar now, because that's saying a lot. You know, shoot, just last year, her and Bianca and Io tore it down, bro. Like, hey, man, if that woman don't get something out of Jade and give her bruh, what you just said is more elevated, more heightened, and more like, oh yeah, she's cooked. Jade's cooked. I'm like, Jade, you're cooked. I'm sorry, you're cooked. That's it. That's it.
Cooked, I feel like this is a case of like, yo, this match has to deliver, because if it doesn't, we're not gonna hit the end of it.
And what gets me is how you ejaculate that quickly by revealing the baddies already, when that's something you should have did at WrestleMania. Now I'm like, well, that's anticlimactic.
This is the case where they're desperate to get that heat on the match, because like I said, the last few face to face didn't bode that well.
It didn't. But see, this doesn't either, because it's like, I heard somebody say, well, you know, you should have put Jada Parker in this spot if you was gonna do the baddies.
Listen,
I think they're saying that more because of B-Fab. That's probably why.
No, they're saying it because they want to see her ass on SmackDown. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yo.
Because we've all seen the bell ring with Jada Parker. She ain't there yet.
Unless it's a street fight, but yeah.
Unless it's a street fight, but as far as like, bro.
Well, maybe that's why it makes such a perfect
I
marriage
need people to
with Jada.
legitimately tell me a reason why Jada Parker would have been with the baddies.
Aside from the obvious.
Aside from the obvious, like, hey, we got another thick black woman on the side by side with the tall, fine ass woman.
Yo, hey, bro, you got me, G. You got me.
Nobody can give me a legit reason, because it's like, and listen, I'm not finna discredit this woman, because Jada Parker is definitely, she has the potential. She is polarizing, to say the very least, depending on how you perceive her. Mm-hmm. But if I just take a step back, and this is coming from someone who actually rocks with Jada, if I take a step back, she not ready for that spot.
Well, if there's one case I make for her outside of the looks department of things, one thing she does add to that, even though I know B-Fab has this ability too, I just don't know. We don't know how this is going to translate yet.
Right. It just happened.
Jada Parker has, like you said, the charisma factor when it comes to that mic skill.
When she's a heel.
Exactly.
The reason I say when she's a heel, because you have you been watching these babyface promos she's been cutting?
Yeah. It's not.
No,
it's not her fault.
That's not her mission.
They're experimenting. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the crowd loves her, so they're like, okay, let's. And
I feel like that's another argument that need to be had. Like, just because you're experimenting, don't mean you got to change who these people are. They're gonna cheer regardless.
That is true.
You ain't gotta have them out here cutting babyface promos if they got over as a heel. Just have them be a dick more so to the heels than the babyfaces.
Yeah, Roman and The Rock are prime examples of that.
It's literally it.
they're still who they were as babyfaces.
Stop changing shit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this baddies thing. I mean,
it has. I can't say it has potential yet. I got to see what
they do.
Before I even get my initial reaction, because it just happened, and it's like I'm still a couple of days later, because it's Tuesday. This happened Friday. I'm still processing it, because I'm just like, okay, are they going the bloodline route where, hey, you can't beat them, join them, because they literally got beat into falling in line.
Mm-hmm. Legit, they legit got beat into that, and it's like, what other girl would they do that with, if anybody? Or is it just going to remain with these three because she had three in AEW? But like you said, it's rinse and repeat, because this is exactly a lesser version of what you got in AEW. Literally.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You tried the babyface route. It was clear that girl is not a babyface.
No.
Sure, you had something going with her and Bianca. It was really cool seeing them as a tag team, but she's not a babyface.
She's not a babyface.
So then it's like, okay, people were like, why is she selling for all these women as a babyface? She need to be dominating. So then she does that.
Because I think she did a interview. I forgot the podcast. Apologies for that. But she basically was like, I tried the technical route. Nobody gave a fuck. They only care when she's throwing people around.
True.
So, yeah. It basically leads to the case that she needs to be a heel. So Jade isn't the problem. Like, that's what I'm saying. I see what they're doing. You don't have to explain, not you, but I don't need it to be, my hand doesn't need to be held. I know what they're doing with the new, I guess you could say, baddies. I don't even know if that's going to even be their name. Like, we'll see. As like I said, it just happened. But it's like, I need them to sell me on this, because right now it just feels like they're going through the motions. And at this point, if that's the case, just have Jay retain and move on from Rhea and call it a day.
Yeah, I agree, my brother. Yeesh. And is Rhea gonna even? I mean, now I'm curious, because after what we saw when we get to Raw, after what we saw a little bit, you thought to yourself, EO, and then I'm like, well, is Rhea gonna have any backup? Is she not gonna have any backup?
It looks like she's focusing on Kyrie and the Kabuki Warriors again.
Well, yeah, but see, that's my point, because that's her girl. But now you kind of going back into the business that Rhea was dragged into in the first place. Now that Rhea's on her own, it looks like it's just like Punk and Roman. My guy, you down 3-1 right now. You gonna need somebody to help you out if you're trying to win this title, because they're gonna get involved.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it. So it's like, you better get somebody that got your back. I don't know how many friends you got, Rhea.
Not that many, because she don't piss everybody off when she was in the Judgment Day. That's the stuff, the continuity that I like, is when you piss somebody off when you were a heel and they remember it. Because that's what me and was basically was like, I ain't forget what you did to Uncle Al and my boys, being the OC when she returned that second time. Mm-hmm. And she was revealed as the equalizer. So she was like, I ain't forget. Like, we not friends. And as far as B-Fab, she's just there to vibe.
Yeah, I was about to say, they have no history whatsoever.
Nah.
But
she's like, I'm just here off of vibes.
Clearly, she's a mouthpiece. I'll say.
Yeah, that is true. Because she is cold on the mic. So I'm not mad at that. So, speaking of vibes, we have new tag team champions.
I saw this coming. Now, what I didn't realize until I heard Solid Monster mention that, or somebody in his chat mention it, I was like, I didn't even know they were in Carolina. So that makes sense on everything. Why Truth got the hot tag, why he got the pin. I'm like, oh, they were in his home state. All right, cool. But I just kind of felt it, because I'm like, nigga, I'm tired of the MFTs.
The motherfucking Tongans.
And by the way, how many times are people going to get mentioned? That's the second time. I just thought about it. What's with all this? Hey, you're starting to act like Roman. They've done this twice now.
The writers are running out of shit for their content. The writers are running out of ideas.
Bro, no, seriously. Because how many times? First is, LA Knight. Hey, Jey Uso, you're starting to sound a little bit like Roman there. Rewind. I'm sorry. Did Tom and I just tell that to Solo literally when he freaking crashed out that they lost the tag team titles? It's starting to sound like Roman. And by the way, the crowd popped none for that line, by the way. And that told me everything I needed to know. And I'm like, see, even they know this is some
bullshit.
I was like, you ain't getting no, ooh.
It was just like, all right.
I was like, yeah, end this, dog. Just end it.
And then they immediately cut to Jacob and Drew brawling to cut the segment off.
Which was another thing that got me, because then I'm just like, so are we just... Are you trying to tell me something when you go Samoan to Samoan like this, or what? What are you trying to tell me? Because last I checked, didn't Roman literally broadcast and say all of y'all should be upset? And neither one of them on that side has said a single word yet.
Like, they're not going to. That was just some bullshit that Roman just said. Because at this point, it's just like bro, I don't know.
Seriously,
Man.
I'm like, Nia, I ain't seen you in the camera say nothing. Solo, I ain't seen you say nothing. Jacob, I ain't seen you say nothing. Like, y'all okay? All right. I guess it's just the Usos.
Literally.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Got a OG3.
Yeah.
OG3. All right. Minus Paul. So, yeah.
They're going to make that a shirt now that you just said that. Oh, my God.
OG3 Butler.
Oh, Lord, please.
I mean, they made FAFO or FAF5 a t-shirt.
See, you can't even say that straight because that sounds stupid as it is.
Exactly.
Oh, they put that on the shirt anyway. God dang. I was like,
hey,
really?
Man.
It
they fucked around and said some bullshit. It happens.
Oh, Lord.
And the funny thing is, it's like Paul, even when Paul said it didn't make sense. So it's like, why would you merchandise it? But then again, they gave Austin Theory a pressure t-shirt.
What?
Yeah, ain't nobody finna buy that shit. I looked at it. I'm like, bro, get this Microsoft Paint bullshit out my face.
Oh God, who wears a shirt called Pressure? Ooh, I'm a tough guy. I got a shirt that says Pressure. I'm applying the pressure on you.
Nope.
Nigga, what? Well, that'll be on clearance in about 2 weeks.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Oh man.
Man, this wrestling is so funny when you don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, it's we just as much on the vibes as they are when it comes to this whole WrestleMania build. So you know what? Hey.
Speaking of vibes, we had on switching to Raw, we had F5, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman kick off the show. Brock was pissed that he got upstage bested by Obafemi Darula. And Paul was just name dropping everybody. He name dropping Dean Ambrose, Bobby Lashley.
By the way, I got beef with this. Are we not gonna act like, because they actually, have a whole marathon on WWE YouTube right now with all these Brock Lesnar matches, except for one that I know that they're never gonna show, WrestleMania 20. But dog, how is it that literally y'all just act like Omos didn't exist? He did best Lesnar in that build like multiple times as well in the same fashion. He mushed the man over the ropes with his hand. Okay. Had the man, Brock sold it the exact same way a couple of times. And that Mania match was one of Omos's best matches, if not his best match. He bested the mess up.
The best match was the Rollins match from next month.
Oh yeah, because that was fire. You right. Okay, yeah. So it was up there with that. But the point is, he dominated Lesnar and threw him around like a little child majority of that match until Lesnar finally just did his little suplex run, F5, goodbye. But even then, Omos literally said, "I almost had you. I was this close." And they never did anything with my boy ever again. I say this to say, don't have me worried, but it does have me say, this better not be a rinse and repeat, because what we're not going to do is act like Omos's history didn't exist here and then try to do the same copy formula with Obafemi here. Better not happen, dog.
Listen, when this match was announced, I was like, yo, I'm hyped. Omos got in this position.
Mm-hmm.
But I am mentally prepared for them to fuck around and have Brock win. It's like it's in the back of my head. Do I want it to happen? No. But I'm just gonna be realistic. It's WWE. They've conditioned me to be disappointed by default.
This is true.
So it's like, hey, I'm enjoying the ride for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the ruler overcome Brock. And I'm going to need people to stop being offended by this nigga saying boy. Like, Brock is a country man from Minnesota. He calls everybody boy, no matter the race, creed, or color. He literally said, I'm gonna get you, boy, especially if they're younger than him.
Good point.
He literally said it to Austin Theory when he F5'd him off this Elimination Chamber part or like during that match, like, where you going, boy? Like, he says that. He's a country man from Minnesota who lives in Saskatchewan. Whatever fuck ass name that is. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you won't be offended if you don't go looking for it.
This is also true. Not everything has to mean what you think it means, brother.
Does it sound crazy? Yeah. But stop being offended over mundane stuff at this point. We're used to it. It's okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I guess you could say give you a little humor break. Danhausen cursed Ice Show Speed.
Hey, curse all the streamers, dog. Don't stop with him. You know, curse them all.
Curse Logan Paul. I would say curse Logan Paul, but that man got knocked out by Jey Uso.
Odd, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like, hey, bro, you got knocked out. But hey, man, I think I like this reaction to that. Cursed. Who?
He's black. He's a black man. He's like, wait a minute, hold on now. What that mean?
Now I'm just more curious because I'm like, does this mean he's getting speared out of his boots by Braun again when he gets back, or what?
I know they just announced that they got a video coming out, him and Danhausen, where show Speed is gonna be cursed. So I'm guessing they're finna have some fun with it, and I think this honestly raises Danhausen's stock because he's reaching the younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know what that means. The moment that happens, boy,
money
everywhere,
and that brother hasn't taken a bump yet,
and won't have to.
He probably won't even have to at this point. It's like at this point, don't even have him take a bump unless you just want him to.
That's all he's got to do. That's the only bump you're gonna get.
Point.
That's it.
Curse, and then disappear just to get caught in the camera running.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie though, out of everybody he's cursed so far, I'm kind of enjoying Miz's because the fact that Miz is selling it probably the hardest out of anybody right now. Miz don't get enough credit for even little stuff like this, man. Even with his comedy stuff, it's just like this man literally got ladders falling on him and everything. It's like, wait. And he's trying to tell him, hey, you can break the curse. All you have to do is one thing. And Miz is like, I'm not finna do that. But then he's still getting, it's like, all right. Well, they just disappear. It's like, okay.
Just like he stole money from Candice LeRae.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that was hilarious, bro. He looked down, he's like, you got $20?
You got $20 human? He said, yeah. Ooh. See
Thank you.
And she was like, did I just get robbed?
You really did.
Yeah.
You got it. That's hilarious, bro. I love it. They're using them well, as we said they have been doing. So
like he just fits at this point. Like he pretty much shook off that debut reaction just like that. So
yeah,
I'm cool with that. But someone who didn't really shake or they bob when they should have weaved was Paul Heyman getting clipped by Seth Rollins.
Okay, this is so interesting in so many ways of one would think. First off, I've never seen Paul take this many bumps in quite some time. And I'm like, wow. This feels like 2002, 2003 all over again.
Mm-hmm. The SmackDown era where he was getting bumped like crazy.
Like crazy. Oh, yeah. I'm like, wow, Paul. I ain't seen you take these type of bumps in a while. But
back when you had hair.
Yeah, legit. And a ponytail, you know. But Hey man, I don't know. They claim that Braun's on his way to the Performance Center. You know, getting closer.
Breaker.
Yeah, he's getting closer supposedly to his return.
So you think they're stalling this, or
That's what it feels like. I guess they're gonna use Paul to kind of carry it for now, you know, and then like maybe just like a week or two out. I would guess maybe a week out. Suddenly, Braun pops
we
up.
got like less than a month. I think 25 days at the time of this recording now.
Yeah. Like, hopefully that's the case because I am definitely not interested in no Paul Heyman versus Seth Rollins. Don't do Seth like that.
At that point, you should have just had him come back at Backlash.
Or something, my guy. Because please don't do that. Please don't do that. So, man, let's see where it goes. He was laughing, after the whole situation. I mean, one way that he can only beat him is with his words. That's
it. So we'll see how that goes. Seth right now, he got arrested because obviously they got to sell it and extend it, but it is what it is. Someone who basically embraced the negativity to the whole new level was Stephanie Vaquer, because she clipped the hell out of Liv Morgan. Her and Liv brawled like they had 50 seconds.
Yes.
And they made every inch of it matter. Bro. Every second of it matter.
Bro, they made a brother want to
Liv threw Stephanie into that LED board.
Yes.
I kind of got pissed about the LED board for a split second. Because I'm like, yo, them shits ain't cheap to replace. I promise you.
They're not. They are not.
But it ain't my money, so I don't give a fuck. And then the brawl took place backstage, and Liv took the nastiest back bump on that floor.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard the thud, and I'm just like, this chick is crazy.
Hey, man.
But then again, I remember she's from Jersey, so that's literally
Jersey
them.
Girl. Yeah, and it's Mania season, like we said.
I need her to chill out with that damn screaming though, because I'm like, girl, shut up. like, god damn, shut up.
Hey, you know how Liv do, man. That's the crazy, man. That's the crazy. You feel me? But as you said, let's get negative.
Yeah,
and it's
and they got negative. That brawl. And I saw the reaction online. It was like, well, how is it that brawl is this way, but it's not happening on SmackDown? I told y'all, Jade and Rhea are just here so they don't get fined.
And it's very evident, yeah, because like, this is why I say I kind of enjoyed the exchange a little better going back to that for 2 seconds, because I forgot to mention Fat. It was like, for her to be like, I don't even want to talk anymore. At this point, are we going to swing? Are you going to take a hit at me or what? Like take your best shot. I'm like, that's low-key shoot. She ain't even just saying that in like character, bro. Like, hey, take a shot. You about that? You about that? Like, hey, swing. Now I want to see that, because I'm like, if I don't see that over there, what we saw over here, what you got for me, bro? I'm telling you what I told you earlier. Rhea ain't had no bad WrestleMania matches, man.
Liv and Steph about to shake themselves into the main event.
Man.
Because I'm going to be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and Randy can kick off a show.
Now, you know good and well they ain't finna do that with them.
Listen, Roman and Punk is main event night.
We know that. We do know that. But night one, they gonna get at the Cody and Randy.
I mean, they got to sell tickets on ESPN. They can start off with the title match.
I mean, you're not wrong. Now, you're not wrong. Granted, Liv and Stephanie do got that sell appeal too, so they can kick it off. You know, they come in hot. You feel me? I mean, they both got that sex appeal and that mainstream appeal. So it's like, but I don't know. That's the exciting part about this. The free hour. Who they gonna use to?
And it's not really free because it's I think it's free on ESPN, the actual ESPN.
Oh yeah, the actual. Well, yeah, for that part, the first hour of the actual ESPN.
No, because I'm about to say if it's on ESPN Plus, it ain't free. You're still paying for
it. Idiots. Like, oh man, but nah. Yeah, no. Shout
I'm
out
not
to
mad
them
at it.
ladies.
I'm like, yeah, either outcome, I'm not mad at. So, and speaking of title matches, I guess we got it official. We got AJ Lee and Becky Lynch official for the Intercontinental Championship
Yeah,
at WrestleMania.
I'm digging the heat in this one too a little bit. It's cranking up since it's a little less nonchalant like it was in their Elimination Chamber build. You know, still waiting for it to crank up just a little bit more with these two, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
I'm not. I'm still. I think I need Becky to relax on the over the topness.
Oh yeah, yeah. She does that a lot.
But then I think she did perfectly fine towards the end there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm not mad at this this promo. So hey, get the match, have fun, let's go kick it, do our thing. Last bit we had, speaking of doing our thing, we had CM Punk finally gaslit rage bit Roman Reigns to snap.
Finally. You know what's funny? How is it that what we should have got last week, we get this week? How you go in reverse? Nigga, that's the Roman we should got last week. The moment it happened. Matter of fact, Jay should have told him that at the start of the show and did it just like that, and he should have flipped, and that would have been that. Everybody would have been totally happy last week. Nah, you're old.
And then listen, this old thing is hilarious to me. Cause nigga, all y'all in y'all 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Punk got 7 years on y'all, but all y'all in y'all 40s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You at this point, you old too, my nigga. He's like, yeah, you old, Punk. You is too, Jay. You see how your ass be breathing heavy on your interests alone?
Mm-hmm. Hey, we see the peppermint, my guy. It's very apparent y'all got the peppermint going on. You know what I'm saying? This ain't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Zilla. I'll put it that way, my ninja. You ain't Zilla.
Hell, he ain't no spring chicken either.
Oh shoot! Oh well, dang man. I don't know, dog. I was just rocking with it. I'm when Roman get the crazy eyes like that, that's when it's like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's elements of 2020 Roman a little bit right there. You know, snapped out of it, just went crazy. You know, now I just need to bring the guillotine back. You know, choke me out, make him pass out, put him to sleep.
He stopped doing it?
I don't recall the last time I've seen him do it to somebody.
I think he did it at Mania last year.
Yeah, but when's the last time he used that as like a finish?
As a finish?
Yeah, because remember, 2020 Roman was using that as a finish. Like, the spear wasn't even a finish for it.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, like, you need to bring that back where it's like a finish, man, and you like ruthlessly choking him out, dog, because, you know, that, man, what? And then we need that Roman that's, you know, doing what he did last night, but talking trash while he doing it. See, you had Punk laughing at you, but nah. You should have been beating him down and talking your trash.
And that's the thing, too. Punk was the Joker and Roman was Batman, because it's like, bro, you got your ass whooped and you're still like, hey, I don't need help. I'm not the one that needs help. So this man got rage bit into becoming 2021 Roman Reigns, because he didn't even target Sika this time. He literally just talked about Roman, and then the Usos came out. Well, not the Usos. Jay came out. So like, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. And I'm like, bro, he didn't talk about your uncle. Why are you out here? And then Jimmy came out trying to be the peacemaker. It just ain't gonna work. You got two hotheads. You got a head of the table hothead. You got Jay falling right back into the right-hand man stuff after all this stuff. Because when Punk said, hey, none of y'all deserve to be world champion, I personally, if I was Punk, I'd be like, and, oh, Jay, you out here? Oh, okay, cool. How has the numbers been since you won the world title? that one time because I know you get blown up in the ring every time you do your entrance. Like I feel like Punk should have just dragged the hell with Jay because I think I was getting kind of annoyed with Jay too because like bro, you crack. He's laughing in your face and you're yelling. And he's laughing more. Mm-hmm. Either smack him or shut the fuck up.
Yeah, smack him. You know what I'm saying?
He tried to, but then he got clipped by the microphone.
Which, yeah, they make.
Jay look like a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jay look like a whiny little bitch.
A little bit. It's a blend. It's a blend. It's a little blend. But yeah, I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. It's just, you know, I think about what Sid said. My boy Sid said one time, and I'm just like, you know, there's so much ammunition on Punk that you can really utilize that no one has done yet. Even if it was Jay or Jimmy, since he throwing shots at Jay, like your UFC career. And how many times did you get dropped? In a matter of seconds, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, bro, like, hell, at this point, gloves are off. Freaking Brawl out.
Then they ain't gotta say that drop the name. They could be like, then the last time you had a brawl, you brawled your way out of another company.
Mm-hmm. How about I put you through some real glass? How about that?
Because you're not a young buck anymore.
You thought you was elite, didn't you? Uh-huh. I'd be like, you ain't. No, I'm saying. Hey, bro, it's
because I might consider myself an Alpha, but at least you don't consider yourself an Omega because at least the other Omega is actually still relevant and actually can still go.
And while we at it, you know, last time I checked, I ain't really much of a nuisance. But, you know, I feel like hanging a man right about now.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, get negative. Get negative, my ninja. Get negative.
But they did get negative. I give them that. I feel like the next step is somebody getting shot. So we'll get there. Baby steps.
You know, good point. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. And that's all across the board at this point. That's just... somebody
got to get clipped. I think Drew might be the one to pull out the clip, though.
Man, bro, you my bro. That's exactly where I went. Right there. I said, ooh.
Drew might have to get the blicky.
Yeah, man. Get the strap. You know.
I think that's all the main wrestling I got for this week. We got some time. 45 seconds. Sell me on TNA.
Yeah. You know, that's funny because you were there for this one. You know, I mean, you know, Jade. No, not Jade. Elena and Marshade still got big beef. Looks like they finna give it another go since Elena cheated the first time. It looks like, we got a triple threat match for the women's championship, or the knockouts title, I should say. I'm looking for Danny Luna to get that, you know, Big Danny. You know, I need you to get that championship. I like Ariana Grace and all, but you gotta get your title, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, she overdue. And
Danny Luna, for some reason, remind me of a mixture between Zarya and Jamie Hayter.
I can see that. I can't
explain it. I was like, you, and that's a compliment. That's not one thing about me. I don't ever insult nobody if I don't have to. Mm-hmm. I will, but if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Like, I'm not going to do it unprovoked. But yeah, I feel like that's a compliment. Like, because I like Zarya in the ring, and I like Jamie Hayter obviously in the ring. So it's like her vibe, her presence gives me that for some reason.
It does, man. And I actually peeped, like I said, I've been a fan of hers for a little minute now. Going back to when I think TNA did like a UK tour or something, and she was a part of that. And I was like, ooh, who is this one? I was like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna start Danny Luna. Oh, okay, bet. And then they just eventually signed her, and the tag team thing had me scared for a minute, but now that she's finally been on her own, I'm like, okay.
She was in tag team?
Yeah, it was her and Jody Threat. They were like I forgot what they called themselves, but they were like a tag team for long. Spitfire. That's what they were called. And they were a tag team for a while, and she kind of got lost in tag team limbo for a little while. Then she, turned heel, and that's who she's been ever since. So happy for that. Let me see what else really kind of stood out for real with these folks. Other than the fact that Muth still keeps targeting the system one by one until Eddie's the big boss that he gets the last one at Sacrifice. To me, that feels like a setup because his wife's been his manager. And I'm like, Alicia Edwards is your manager, and you're going against Eddie Edwards as Sacrifice.
Listen, man, this nigga wrestled in skinny jeans and had a limp the entire time after that. So him falling for the whole gullible, like I'm on your side, and then Alicia is going to turn on him, isn't past me with Muth because he is a bubbling idiot. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, you really about to let her turn on you? I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, Santana and shoot.
Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin. There we go. Yeah, I almost blanked out on homie name. Not Steve Macklin fan, but I am kind of intrigued by what he's been doing with this. Whatever they're going with this whole I'm fired, but I'm not really fired, but I'm working this angle where
they just reinstated him officially in storyline. So, and I think he re-signed. So,
yeah, it's an interesting little, it's almost like he's trying to be not quite a CM Punk, but he's, like they're trying to, how like 2013 Punk was with the contract thing, and then it's almost like they're trying to reform him through this storyline to be a different version of himself. I don't know, but they gotta get some better challengers for my boy Santana, man. I mean, I'm sure the match will cook. Steve Macklin can go, but you gotta give me some more intriguing opponents to make me say, "Oh, I want to see Santana against this guy."
Yeah, but outside of that, TNA doesn't sound that intriguing to me, so I'm not surprised on that. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is the new segment where Highlight gives me 45 seconds or less to try to sell me on TNA this week, and it didn't work. I was there. That's the funny part. Like I was there for the vibes.
He was there for the vibes, and it's like
it was a free ticket. Like a buddy of mine got sick, so he's like, "Hey, it's a free ticket. You want to go?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll go." I was already off the next day, so I wasn't really like missing or anything. I was dozing off though. Because I was like, "Yo, I've been up since 3 that day." So, and they didn't end the recording until like close to midnight.
Ooh, yeah, that's almost 24. Ooh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Well, at least you got to see Mara Sade in person. Shout out to my boy,
Buddy. Like,
what up, Kevin?
It don't make no sense, man. Congratulations, brother. Good look, brother, because
it's my boy.
Ain't no sense. It makes no sense. Every time I see her in person, I think it's like the second or third time I've seen her in person.
In fairness to my boy, he always knew how to bag a baddie because of the fact that who he was with previously before her was also a baddie. Now, I don't know when, that's his business. I don't know when the heck they broke up. But when I found out about this being legit, I'm like, oh, okay, Kevin. Well, all right then, my guy. Well, hey, man, I ain't mad at you, partner.
Hey, man.
I said, do you think?
Black love wins, so I'm not mad at it. It's just like if you see her in person, you like, goodness. Makes no sense. Makes no sense about a lot of people, but what does make sense is that you guys survived another episode of the Gresham Leagues podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We didn't really have much to like really talk about long term. It's like we got our thoughts out. We enjoy. We gave our opinion on what we feel like could be better, and we gave our flowers where they need to be. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys scan that QR code so you subscribe, and also make sure you guys tap in with the podcast itself, www.gressunleashed.com. We're closer to 200 than we are to 100 at this point. I think we're like less than 50 until we reach the proverbial 200 episodes. So, and the way time is flying, it'll be here way before you know it. So, hey, you never know. Make sure you guys tap in with that. If you want to follow the pod at Gresh Unleashed, everywhere else, at It's Gresh on YouTube. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with Highlight Reel over at HILITE Life, as well as Mike Mayhem Music. He got his new album dropping very, very soon. So make sure you guys tap in with that. Make sure you guys tap in with Jermaine. Even though he's not here, I'm still going to plug his shit because that's my brother. Make sure you guys tap in with Susio Sports. I believe that's going to drop. I don't know how he's going to do it going forward because I know his work schedule is different. But make sure you guys follow him at the _Jermaine so you guys can stay tapped in with that. But yeah, make sure you guys lock in with that, lock in with him. And hey, man, before we get up out of here, what you got your song of the week for this week?
Ooh, you got me, G. Let me see what I was listening to this week, G. Hold on, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see what I had in my history that I want to plug in for the people. Let me see. Off rip. You know what? I'm gonna go Dragon Ball Do-Rag by my boy Thundercat. Why not?
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. You know, I was like, hey, nice little smooth vibe. You feel me? You know.
I'm going old school. I'm going with because I've been in a chill mood today. I'm going with "Lean on Me" by Bill Withers.
Ooh, okay, classic. I'm not mad at that either. So, I dig that. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I'm in the chill mode all day, so yeah, we cool with that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed your time with us and get used to the time limit and the time frame that we got every week. Now that we're going forward, but most importantly, make sure you stop craving for attention online because these niggas online don't know you. Stop putting your people under the bus because you don't know how to shut the fuck up. But also, make sure you guys continue to spread love if possible because this is a world of chaos right now that we're living in. We don't need that on the timeline or in life. But hey, with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets and remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be crazy.